Well, this morning, Albuquerque police are looking for whoever shot a man and sent him to the hospital in critical condition. Police say several people were standing in front of this home near Carlisle and Candelaria about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon when someone started shooting. One man was hit and rushed to the hospital. Investigators tell us the shooter took off in a green Subaru station wagon. A jury selection is set to continue this morning in the trial of a man accused of raping and beating a woman to death in a church parking lot in Farmington. Marvin Williams is facing a number of felony charges, including rape and murder. The Farmington Times says 25 of the 77 jurors have already been eliminated in this case. Investigators say Williams, Elmer Billy, and Herman Sosi repeatedly raped Loretta Benally in a van in the Maranatha Fellowship Church back in May of 2010. She died a day later. Billy and Sosi both pleaded guilty and are now in prison. Well, the Albuquerque police officer who was fired for kicking a man he was trying to arrest will try to get his job back later today. Officer John Doyle was caught on tape kicking Nicholas Bloom in the head in February of last year. Investigators say Bloom crashed a stolen pickup truck, then tried to drive away. Officer Doyle says he kept kicking Bloom because Bloom was resisting arrest and may have had a gun. Doyle, along with another officer, were both later fired. A father is waking up in jail in Albuquerque right now because police say he held his 2-year-old daughter in the air by her hair. They say Jawanza Ballantyne had a hammer in his other hand as he argued with his wife at their apartment in Northeast Heights yesterday morning. Ballantyne's 12-year-old daughter was able to get the toddler away from him. Thankfully, both the kids are okay. Do you remember Tesla, the upscale electric car company that was about to build a plant in Albuquerque 4 years ago? Well, Tesla bailed. Now another company here in Albuquerque is suing. 3, 2, 1. Well, this is Tesla's first sedan rolling off the assembly line near San Francisco, California 2 weeks ago. These electric cars were supposed to be built right here on the West Mesa in Albuquerque in a $35 million plant that would have given jobs to 400 people. The developer of the plant, Rio Real Estate, is now suing Tesla for fraud, claiming it spent a lot of time and money on the project before Tesla took off because it got more incentives from California. Well, right now, the old rail yards in Albuquerque are just a big eyesore, but Mayor R.J. Berry wants to change that, and sooner rather than later. Voters approved $1 million worth of bonds last fall to spruce up the historic rail yards, and right now, Mayor Berry wants to invest most of it to fix up the blacksmith building so it can host everything from community events to car shows.
Graffiti removal, asbestos abatement, making it safe to be in here and walk around.
Well, the mayor's long-term goal is to have new shops and apartments in this area once the city can afford to clean it all up, but critics say the whole project is just a waste of money and there's no guarantee that anyone will move there. Now, if your house is in foreclosure, pay attention to this because today in Albuquerque you can get free help that could save your home. News 13's David Romero is live in downtown in front of the district courthouse where this help is going to be. And David, where is the help coming from today?
Well, Matt, on the first Wednesday of every month, a group of attorneys get together and hold these foreclosure clinics for free. And, of course, this is where they can meet with people and answer any questions as to what the next step they should follow when they're in these types of situations. Now, for anyone who has received any of these types of summons or notices regarding the foreclosure of the home, this is for you. Foreclosure numbers have been climbing in the state of New Mexico, and according to Realty Track Online, nearly 1 in almost 1,200 homes were foreclosed on in the state in June. Here in Bernalillo County, there were about 454 foreclosed properties. Now, for the homeowner who has taken these notices and thrown them in the trash, a default judgment can be entered. Can be entered against them. Now, this makes it all the more important for them to get the proper legal advice of what to do next.
So I think one of the most important messages that I can try to convey to people is if you think you want to try to save your house, and some people it's hopeless and there's no point in trying to save your house, but if you think there's a chance, and there are a lot of options out there these days.
And to find out what those options are, make sure you bring the proper paperwork with you later today. That includes any of those notices or summons and any paperwork you have regarding your mortgage. Now, that's going to be from 10 to 2 today here on the 3rd floor conference room of District Court in downtown Albuquerque. Matt, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. It's a good thing these attorneys are doing, and the ones involved in the clinics say they've seen more and more people go to these clinics every month they have had them. All help will be given on a first-come, first-served basis, so the best advice, get out there early.